This is back routine 5, which consists of 2 minutes of knee sways, and then turning over onto the elbows to spend a minute in the Sphinx position, pushing up onto the hands and knees to do some cat movements, 5 each way, dropping back into child for a minute or so, and then coming into a seated position to do a straight leg stretch, a minute on each side. Starting off lying on our backs. You can be on a bed, on a mat, on the floor, on a rug. Just make sure you're in a comfortable position. I'm going to slide the feet in. I'm going to do 2 minutes of knee sways side to side. So just gently allow the knees to drop to one side, drawing them back up, and allow them to drop to the other side. And then keep that movement going, just flowing gently from side to side. If you feel any pain during the movement, then perhaps be a little bit less vigorous or don't go quite so far. The aim of the movement as the knees are dropping from side to side is to feel that pelvis moving, so we're getting a little bit of rotation into the lower back, into the lumbar spine. You may find that as you do the movement, it frees off a little bit and you can go further, but don't be too competitive. Just allow the knees to drop as far as they want to go, working gently side to side. And we'll keep going for another 30 seconds. If you do feel fatigued or sore, then by all means stop a little bit early. Just another 10 seconds. Then allowing the knees to settle back in that central position in the middle. And then we're going to turn over and come onto the elbows in a Sphinx position. So we want the elbows directly below the shoulders. We're going to gently draw the shoulders back to open the chest. And again, we're going to stay here for a minute. If it hurts into the lower back, just relax off and come a little bit lower down. And if it feels okay, you can draw those shoulders back a little bit further to feel a stronger stretch. Keep the neck neutral, so we don't want to throw the head back. Stay here for another 20 seconds or so. And then we're going to allow this position to relax. Just drop down. And then put the hands below the shoulders. And we're going to push up onto our hands and knees so we can do our cat movement, or cat cow, happy cat, sad cat. It comes through a few different names. So we'll start off, we're going to arch the back all the way up, so tucking the tail between the legs. And then we're going to arch the back the other way, creating a bowl and pointing that tail high up and towards the sky. Do that 4 more times. Arching the back upwards. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing it. Arching downwards. Tail points high. So you can see my head moves with the movement as well. Arching upwards. Back arches up. Drops a little. Arch downwards. Tail comes high. Head draws back up. We'll do 2 more each way. Arch upwards. Legs. arch downwards, right. One more time, arching upwards, legs, arching downwards, tail points high, head comes back, and then just allow the back to settle in its normal position. And then from here, we're going to drop into child pose. So we're just going to gently take the bum back towards the heels as far as you can comfortably go. Any pain into the hips or the knees, and just back off. Or worst case, you can roll over onto your back and do a knee to chest instead. Just stay in this position for a minute if it's comfortable. So just allow yourself to relax and breathe. Again, if it's painful, back off and stop. If you're quite stiff going into this position, you may find as you relax and breathe that you sink in a little bit deeper. But don't try and force it, just let the breath do the work for you. Stay here for another 15 seconds. And then just slowly draw yourself back up to the hands and knees. Be aware of any dizziness. And then just gently come round into a seated position. And then moving into a straight leg stretch. So we're going to straighten out the right leg, keep the foot relaxed. Again, sit nice and straight. And fold forward until the pull's felt in the back of that leg. We're going to stay here for a minute. Pull might be felt in the hamstring, the back of the knee, even in the calf. That's fine, so long as there's no pain. If it hurts, then just back off. Stay here for another 30 seconds. Stay focused on the breathing. If you find the tension starts to ease, just gently go in a little bit deeper, but don't force it. You may find it releases on the out breath, and you can just drop gently that little bit more into the stretch. Drawing back up, releasing that right leg. Straighten out the left leg, relaxed. And again, bend forward until we feel a stretch in the back of that left leg. Staying here again for a minute. Make sure you're breathing. Any pain in the lower back, then ease off. Straighten the back, or stop altogether if you need to. Staying here for another 30 seconds. If the tension eases, by all means go in a little bit deeper, but don't force it. Then releasing the stretch, sitting up, allow the leg to bend, and just come back into a normal seated position. If you're comfortable doing the exercises, they can be nice to do 2 or 3 times daily. If you feel particularly sore afterwards, or even the morning after, it may mean that you need to do it a little bit less, or perhaps not be quite so vigorous. If they feel particularly therapeutic and you're not getting a huge amount of after pain or stiffness, then you can build up to doing them 5 times a day. But it isn't a case of no pain, no gain. It's important to stay within your comfort zone and just find that edge of comfort, which hopefully will make that comfort zone a little bit bigger, but without causing undue pain. Any questions, just let me know. Give me a ring or a text.